don't want to do it anymore. Oh, look, Mel, an hour early. Who's an hour early?
You were, Dennis.
I
You should have said we were just sitting and reading our books.
know. We're doing bugger all. I hope you can hear us. Can you hear us all right? Oh, look.
I think there's a delay, isn't there, from when we talked to when we do comments?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we just sit here and hope for the best.
Talk amongst ourselves. So I don't know. Should we begin?
Look, 4 people. Ronnie!
You're here. Hi.
Hello, Dennis. Hello, Ronnie.
Fantastic.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Ah, cool.
Cool.
Excellent.
Okay.
Jolly good. How lovely. Oh no, Dennis, merde, an hour early. Oh, good grief.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, I hope everybody's all right. We've got quite a lot to talk about. Sounds poor. Zoe Samuelson. Oh no. Why? Everybody else is saying, everybody else is saying it's great. Hello, California.
Yeah, I'm sorry we're not in our jammies. I think that's just not a sight you want to see. I think we'd get taken off the air. I think it would just be too awful.
Yeah, unfortunately there's a limit. Oh no, I was going to do a Scottish accent there. I do apologise. Hello, Scotland. How are you? Are you cold? Says Dennis. And why the scarf? Why the scarf?
Yeah, it is actually a bit chilly in
It's
here
a
this
bit chilly
evening.
because it's quite late now,
Yeah.
and the heating that we've been fighting for so long now has gone off because it's midnight.
Yes. We're normally tucked up in bed, so we're not.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
we're going.
yeah. All right, I'll take the scarf off.
No, oh, you look. It's a nice scarf.
All right, keep the scarf on. All right, keep the
Scarf.
scarf on for fashion purposes, as Dennis says. So, how lovely to have you here. Look, California. Well, we feel for you in California. We've heard all about your nightmare, and
Oh, it sounds horrible.
it just sounds absolutely horrific what you've been through. And our heart goes out to you. I can remember actually driving down that area many years ago and thinking how utterly Californian it was, as you imagine, as an Englishman would imagine California to be. And it was it was extraordinary. I couldn't believe the photographs and the footage that I was seeing of the damage that was done. It was just absolutely horrific.
It's extraordinary.
So our heart goes out to you. It's awful, and I hope everything works out for you. But yes, and Catherine Revy says hot cup of cocoa will keep you warm.
But also send us to sleep.
Oh, a hot cup of cocoa with something in it possibly might be quite nice, wouldn't it?
No, because that will definitely send us to sleep. Tea in the cocoa.
I hope you can. Could you all please just confirm you can actually hear us properly or not? Because there'd be nothing worse if you can't hear us properly. Sandy sort of says it's been horrible here, but we're a long ways from the fire. We're in Newport Beach. Oh, okay. Yes, so it's a long way away. Okay. Well, glad to hear that you're all right, which is great. What are we going to talk about then, darling?
So we were going to talk about part of the reason we're doing this week, and that we didn't manage to do like a proper episode this week, is because we had complete computer meltdown of just epic proportions, and we couldn't do anything. We've got stuff filmed, we've got piles of stuff, on the cameras all ready to go, but computer just absolutely would not comply at all. So, but now it has been fixed thanks to some very nice people in La Rochelle who fixed it for us. Hello. David's hearing us loud.
Hello, Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. I bet you heard that. Sorry.
So I do apologise.
This is what happens to me when it gets late at night.
Silly.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm tired.
Dennis, I can't I'm going to talk closer to the microphone so you can hear us. I can't do anything about it's on maximum as already, so I apologise. And Elle says, you sound great. Hello from the OC.
California too.
Oh my goodness me, you lucky people, lovely and warm and sunny.
Will be
So,
lovely and warm and sunny soon.
oh, in about 3 months' time.
Soon. I'm
It's not soon.
soon.
Anyway, sorry, go on. What's
Anyway,
going
anyway,
on?
so
Right.
so first of all, yes, sorry about the lack of episode this week, but now we have a computer again, which is what we're talking to you on.
Oh, it was horrible. It was such a horrible thing because I know my way around, well, Macs especially. I've worked with them for forever. And I did everything in my knowledge and I got nowhere and it just kept the computer kept saying no. And so I thought, oh no, I mean, where am I going to find an Apple store here? And but we found one in La Rochelle, which was excellent. And turned up, drop it off, and then where was it? Like, what, 2 days later? Oh, it was the next day.
Fixed it next
Yes,
day.
that's right. Next day, and it only cost like 49 euros. I was expecting to have to buy a new one, all the rest of
You
it.
were secretly hoping to buy a new one.
I was.
Yes.
I got it all planned. I knew exactly which one I was going to get. Super powerful computer, so I could do all your wonderful edits for you.
Yes, but then we had a little conversation about would we prefer a computer or would we prefer to fix the current computer and maybe have some more fuel for the heating?
Fuel for the heating, one hands down. No, Wendy, don't worry. We've only just begun. It's quite all right. So just hang
We
around.
are here, don't worry.
And Elle says no sun, chilly, overcast. Oh, that's a bit depressing. And Dennis, it says 4 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't understand Fahrenheit. You know that. You should know that by now. Anyway, Frankie finds I'm here covered with a blanket. It is currently 18 degrees Fahrenheit. What does Fahrenheit mean?
Foreign.
I know, but we're foreign to them, so you know. And we do centigrade anyway. Cold, but I'm ready for the adventures with Claire and Lionel.
So Catherine asks, "Are you considering getting any more pets? I love your dogs." Well, I don't know if you can see. Margot is asleep just on the sofa, just there. She's tucked right now. You can't. You're in the way.
Yeah.
She's right. She's gone right behind the arm of it. She's tucked asleep, and Mimi is asleep in the hall.
Cats, we've got no idea what they are.
Cats are out and about having an adventure.
Being a cat, yeah.
I would like more. I would like some chickens actually. But
Oh, 15 degrees C. Okay, that's not great. Yeah, that's definitely Dennis. That's not great. I confess that I wanted Margot not to be, done, because I'd quite like Margot to fulfill her role as a lady and have puppies.
do the cooking and cleaning while she's at it as well.
Oh, come on! Come on! Get Good grief. Yeah, so I'd quite like Margot to have puppies and then we'll sell the puppies. We'll keep one, we'll sell the puppies, and they're gonna pay for the kitchen. But we've already been told by so many people that it's an absolute nightmare, including my daughter, and you told me that as well. That it's an absolute nightmare having to look after the puppies.
Enough to deal with without having to be, midwives to puppies and such like. But we've got our two cats who are very, very happy, and they're just loving life here, and they're so chilled out.
They're really chilled out, and with the dogs as well. Even though Margot tends to chase them on a fairly regular. I think they're like toys for Margot.
Yeah,
Aren't
but
they?
they don't care. They just stop and then
It's go, whatever.
Anyway, back on topic.
Look, we've been really, really organised. Look, we've got all sorts of bits of paper and things to talk about.
So we want to talk about all our press that we've had recently.
Yes.
Because we're famous now,
So famous. Yeah, look, feel the heat. Look.
Darling, talk to my agent.
I shall. Yes, I shall talk to her.
We had another nice one yesterday. So hopefully you might have seen the article that we had in the Ouest France newspaper. That was a couple of weeks ago now. Yeah, no, it was Christmas.
It was Christmas. Yeah.
Which was really cool because my parents bought the newspaper on the ferry when they were on their way over, and it happened to be the newspaper that we were in. So it's like perfect time.
So they bought a load of copies, which is great. I think they they managed to empty the shop out on the ferry across from Portsmouth to where they come, Roscoff, wasn't it? Yeah.
But so West France came back last week and did a video of us this time and interviewed us for like 4 hours. She was here, and she's put together a really, really nice little film about us. We've put it on our YouTube channel on a playlist, but we're just waiting for permission from them for like how we can share it on all our social media and stuff, because we don't want to just use it without.
I think we're fine. I mean, I think the fact that it's not restricted on YouTube means that. But the thing you are going to have to do, because basically Claire speaks French throughout.
French.
So you're going to have to turn on the English subtitles on it, otherwise, oh look, yes, Dennis has seen the Autocross. Now this Autocross here, which you can see is a little bit out of focus.
So go and get it.
Yes, you go and get it. It's very, very, really, really kindly given to us by Dennis. And this enormous box turned up one day. And so there you go. Look at that, eh? It is out of focus. Oh, that's strange. Beautiful, isn't it? Really, really. It's like the different metals is really interesting. So. But this is not actually the final positioning for it. We're still playing with ideas. So, because Dennis, we were thinking, well, I was thinking actually of giving it its own tiny little shelf, and then putting it next to, that's over there, next to the painting. But we're still,
still debating,
brainstorming about it.
Yeah.
I know you don't believe me, but it is true. We are actually,
using our brains.
Yes, none of that left. Anyway, list, come on.
Yeah, list. Right. Sorry. So we had the West France thing. So as soon as we can, we'll put the video up on like social media, and you can watch me try to speak French, and that was painful. But it is on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
It's on a list.
Yeah.
A separate playlist, which and you can watch it, but you are going to have, because I mean, like I said, Claire's speaking French the whole time. I'm speaking French the whole time. There's the occasional tiny little bits of English, aren't there?
Yeah, because I didn't know what was French for mirable.
Not many people do.
What else? So, I mean, I think we've talked about this with people before, but we also had the article in The Sun, which is a UK paper, that was at Christmas. And that was very, very, very entertaining. That was very entertaining. Because we had to do the photos for that ourselves, obviously. So we were taking the pictures, and I have never laughed so much in my life. Because the thought in my head was, I studied photography at university. I'm a qualified photographer, and here I am doing the most ridiculously stupid pictures for my first ever publication in the Sun newspaper, and it's of us. Doing grumpy faces and lugging
pushing the gas stove around.
Yeah.
And me having to tell Claire to stop laughing and look grumpy all the time. She get bursting into laughter.
Honestly, I nearly fell down the stairs. It was absolutely ridiculous.
It was great
so
fun.
Funny.
Great fun.
And then the Daily Mail then went and helped themselves to that story. And
they rewrote the story, didn't they? And then asked us for more pictures, which we sent them. And so that was great. So we got lots of press from that, and we also got quite a number of new subscribers as well.
Yes, we did. We did, but it came with lots of comments as well. Which
can't you learn? Wendy Rose says, "Can't you learn and be sponsored by Babbel?"
Yeah.
Is it Babbel?
Yeah, it's one of the apps.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, actually, funnily enough, Claire really actually very, very seriously needs to be doing French.
Yeah.
But I am actually going to start talking to her in French all the time now. Because, careful. What's your favourite wine? Because she has to do an exam. Otherwise, they're going to kick her out of France.
They're not.
No, they won't. But she has to do an exam. It's called a B1 exam. And they ask you about French history and stuff like that.
I don't have to do the French history bit.
Oh no, because they're married to me.
Yes, exactly.
So they make the assumption that that's all we talk about.
Yes, we talk about French.
We're talking about Louis XIV and stuff, or very highbrow.
Yeah. But yes, I do need to do my proper French test. So yeah, we should try and get a sponsorship from one of the
Yeah, yeah,
Chirilico.
yeah. We should
Yeah,
actually.
I think that's quite a good idea.
What's your favourite wine? Catherine would like to know. Catherine Revy would like to know. What's your favourite wine?
My favourite wine is
Don't you dare say Australian, or else you'll be in deep trouble.
English. English wine.
Oh, the French, absolutely. The best way of winding up the French is to tell them that there are a couple of French champagne houses that have actually bought land in Kent in the south east of the United Kingdom to plant grapes to produce English champagne.
Mm.
Because actually, with the warming temperatures, they actually need to go north. And they're finding that the champagne they produce in the UK, well, in my opinion, is better
Really
than
good.
the champagne that you can get in France. But we don't tell the French that because they get all cross and they go all quiet.
Well, when we bought here, we gave a bottle of English champagne. Obviously, you can't call it champagne, but we gave a bottle to the estate agent and to the previous owners. Um, and I think they must have been horrified. Like, who are these English coming here and giving us English champagne? Like, do they not understand?
Excuse me. So yeah, so my favorite one is I'm not crazy about white wine, and I absolutely despise champagne. I find it's completely just wasted on me.
Everybody thinks it's so weird when you say you don't like champagne.
I can't stand the stuff. Oh, it's awful.
Nobody
And
believes you.
no, my favorite. I just like red wine, and I Saint Emilion, and that's it really.
Yeah.
I just like. Well, I like lots of wines,
What's
but the one given the choice, I like Saint Emilion, which is
the one that we had
fabulous.
last week? The one that we've got one bottle of left that I really like. That Grezol. Like Grezol.
It's a Bordeaux. That is, it's not a Saint Emilion. It's a Bordeaux. I don't know which one, but
Okay. That's the
it's
one I
really excellent. Yeah, it's really. Yeah, we have one bottle of that left. So.
Ronnie says, will they be allowed to call it champagne? No.
No, they
It
can't
can
call it
only be
champagne
champagne if it's made in
in
Champagne.
the Champagne region in France, which is a
So,
protected region. So they won't be allowed to do that, Ronnie. No,
so
not.
it'd be just like sparkling wine.
Yeah. So are we going to ignore Sunny's?
Yes, we're going to ignore Sunny.
Because we don't know if that's code
I don't know
or
what
it's
that
just
means.
rude. I don't know.
Sunny, if you're a real person, please explain. Yeah, so Daily Mail, lots of comments about you being my sugar granddaddy.
Yes, well, actually, I am her grandfather, and I did buy her the chateau.
Yeah, so nice of you. I was thinking of getting some t-shirts made. I'm going to get one with just gold digger written across it.
Yeah, I'm going to be sugar granddaddy across my own, and we're going to sell them in the shop.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
bad idea. Okay.
Yeah,
See, I'm glad I bought my piece of paper because I'm having ideas while we're doing this.
yeah.
T-shirts for the shop. Okay.
There's some. What else is there? So yeah, so we did.
Fancy selves.
Yes, now we've had Chateau Chat we did, and then we are. How's the smoking cessation going? Yeah, I haven't touched a cigarette
Yeah, hasn't.
since, no
No?
problem.
Okay.
I give up on a regular basis, and I give up for sort of like 5, 6, 7 years, and then I take it up again for a year, and then I give it up again. So I found the best way of doing it is to stop and then actually, um, in a weird way, tell yourself forget that you ever smoked, and if you do that, you just live without
It's
it.
made
It's
a big
fine.
difference. Your cough is much better.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm quite considerably notably richer.
Or I am
Oh,
considering.
you are, yeah. Okay, all right, yeah, that's true. Yeah. What was that joke? Oh, I was
You
talking
were
about
talking about Chateau Chat.
yeah. So we used to really enjoy Chateau Chat, and I think quite a lot of people used to enjoy Chateau Chat. And so we suddenly thought, and then we thought, okay, well, it's really more specialized. Really, it's not DIY. It's not really our Chateau life. And it sort of uh, lives in its own world. So we thought, okay, well, we'll make it members only. And then I don't know, it sort of felt wrong as well. And then we thought, and also when Shatter Chat was sort of like public, we were getting quite a few people saying, "Well, there's nothing DIY on there. What's the matter with you lot?" would you expect me to watch you just chatting all the time? And then it suddenly occurred to me. I thought, well, actually, it's actually like a video podcast, which is really, you sort of you look at all these famous podcasters, and they always release video of it. And we were talking about that today and going, oh, we're going to have to buy the silly microphones with the arm, and we're going to have to wear headphones and everything,
Yeah.
aren't we?
But we
So yeah,
don't possibly have the budget for the silly microphones at the
no,
moment. So we're going
no.
to make our own from toilet
We've
rolls.
got
We've got
one,
one.
so
We
we're
can
going
share, actually. We
to
can
share it, yeah, and then we're gonna make our own microphones from toilet rolls.
Yeah, and headphones from yogurt pots. And then we could look like proper podcasters. It'd be great. Everyone will take us so seriously. It'll be fine. Hello, Angela in Sydney, where it will be nice and warm.
G'day. Yeah, that's not fair. What do you mean? I'm trying to make them feel at home, for goodness sake. They say g'day. Don't you? Yes, you do. Of course you do. And I know all about you do. So there.
Yeah, so anyway, so we're going to make the Chateau Chat a podcast,
Yes.
which means you'll still be able to get it on YouTube with
Yeah.
the video of us with our amazing headphones. But then I haven't quite figured out the technicalities, but then it can go onto Spotify and wherever you get your podcast from, as they say in the podcasts.
Yeah.
So like Apple
Yeah.
Music and Amazon.
I know. So in theory, it'll go everywhere. So
Yeah.
So look out for that. So it's going to be sort of like rebranded and stuff like that. Now we have a computer, we can do it. So
But because of that, so for our private members club, we're going to put much more effort into that, doing lots of. We did a couple this week, like the little small videos of just like what we're up to and stuff like that. Because we thought it'd be nice to give you a bit more variety, because we felt we weren't giving you enough value. Really, we were just feeling.
yeah.
Like
So and
it wasn't good enough.
no, and I felt sort of a certain amount of guilt actually because we really want to do this properly and spend so much time doing like the polished weekly episode and really really love doing it really well, but then it occurred to me that it might be quite fun to do like the equivalent of like unplugged music wise, but do a sort of um what would you call it? What did I say? Oh, uncut.
Uncut. Yeah.
So stuff that we've shot on the phone. It won't be as polished, but it'll be more immediate, I guess.
And then we can include you in stuff that we're up to. So, like I have the color.
Oh, thank you, Dennis. Yeah. What? And why have you got the color charts here?
Because I'm going to tell you what color I've picked in a bit for the sewing room. But we want to include you in stuff like that because, basically you're the people that are the most interested in what we're up to, and we really appreciate it. So we want you to see what we're up to, help us out with some decisions and stuff as well when we get stuck, because we are shocking for
Don't get stuck. I never get stuck. Never get stuck on decisions.
How long to get this colour in this room? Painted that whole wall green and then had to paint it again.
Yeah,
anyway,
but that's good, surely, isn't it? Really,
it's good, but I think we should have asked the audience.
I could do it being in Sydney at the moment. Actually, I love Sydney.
Yeah, Sydney.
Where did we go? That nice restaurant in Sydney? Was it Rose Bay? We jumped on one of the ferries and then went off a sort of like half an hour ride and then ended up in this fabulous fish restaurant. Anyway.
Yeah, that was.
Anyway, can't remember.
Anyway, yeah, now we want a holiday. No.
Have you made? Catherine Revy says, have you done any portraits of the dogs and cats from your photography? I take lots and lots and lots of pictures of.
We do lots of snaps. We've not done anything proper.
No, not proper.
We should do some proper.
What did I do? I just took quite a cute picture today of
Margot was looking very cute.
Of Margot. Yeah, the better ones, I tend to put up on Instagram, but I'll put them on we've got another account called Chateau.gram.
Yeah.
And
so I run the Our Chateau Life one.
I'm not allowed to post on that one.
No, I go a bit control freak on that one.
Yeah, big time control freak. Yeah. So this is one I did earlier. There's Margot sitting by, waiting for her glass of champagne, which we don't drink.
And that's just every evening here. This is what we do. We just sit around with our buckets.
Yeah, and as like I said, I don't drink champagne, so this Claire drank the whole bottle. So
I did not. We had some friends around for dinner last night. That was not me.
Wendy says she only does YouTube. Well, you'll be able to see it on YouTube,
you'll be
so
able to.
it'd be fine. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Um,
So I wanted to talk about. So we've still got more of that to talk about, but I was going to do some of the comments and questions that we've.
yeah, just quickly, Ronnie said that her husband prefers Spanish carver, which I agree. Actually, I've had some really excellent Spanish carver, I just find champagne too acidic for me. It's just like, anyway, ridiculous. I'm going to spend 50 quid, 50 euros on a bottle of something. I'd rather spend it on a bottle of red wine. Sorry, I'm ranting. I apologise. I shall stop. Right, carry on.
Yes.
What's this one?
Spend our money on paint these days, anyway. So
Yeah, we
this
do.
was a comment to the question from Tura Wolf, saying, "Hello, I love the new cozy setting for this video." Yeah, we thought we're doing here now because it's a done room. With all the family so relaxed for the visit. Well, except the camera shy pretty kitty. Yeah, no cats. They're doing their own thing.
Well, they're just outside all the time, so you see them in the morning when they want some food, and then gone, man, solid gone.
So questions are: how old are your pets? So Mimi is nearly 10.
Gosh, really?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
So we got her in the UK. Margot is nearly 3. And we got her in France, but they're both bilingual. And then the cats.
No, we know that. We know they're bilingual, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Language. Then the cats, we got them in the summer from a rescue centre, but they think they were born in May. So what does that make them? 7, 8 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're amazing. And I mean, Arthur, who when he arrived, I mean, they're siblings. And Arthur arrived, and they were both very slender little kittens. And then now Arthur has just turned into this bulbous. He's not fat, but he's just got loads and loads and loads of fur.
Fluffy.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so then the question was, that actually a couple of people have asked this. So this was from Churro Wolf and from Lilypad. Basically the same question of, will we run any kind of business in our home like a B&B?
Not a B&B. No, we won't do Gîte or B&B or anything like that. However, we have been talking about those people that are kind enough to support us on Patreon would certainly be invited. We do Patreon Day. Certainly at least one in the summer. I guess height of the summer would be great, and then it would be like champagne on the champagne on the lawn.
Now you've just slagged it off.
No, but other people it's not just me. Other people like champagne, don't they? So champagne on the lawn and some nice little things to eat, and possibly I don't know, something like that would be really nice.
Like long term though, because honestly, you would not want to stay here at the moment because the state of the rooms.
Yeah.
No, not good. So not this year. Maybe next year. I'm just thinking. I'm looking at the.
Well, maybe this year because we're doing the master guest bedroom.
We are doing the master guest bedroom. Yes.
It's a good seg through to
for telly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a comment actually, which is from Piara's Mussen. Says, sorry to say, but the TV ruins a lot of interesting channels because of the do not show. So we're going to be doing Chateau DIY, which is a UK program, which is on Channel 4. Hello, Sarah loves donuts. Oh, good picture of a massive donut, actually.
Oh, for goodness sake. Why does that make me? It's 28 minutes past midnight, and that makes me hungry. I now want.
Hungry.
Okay.
Should have got the donuts in. Yes.
I can't make donuts here.
No, I can make them now. I need to make some.
Okay, so Karen, stop interrupting yourself.
You interrupted me with making donuts. Honestly. So we're going to do TV, which is just the most bizarre thing to think that we're actually going to do this. It's crazy.
Yeah, because we're actually quite quiet people, quite private, actually. I know it's very difficult to believe, but we are,
It is
actually.
really weird. I was talking to our friends about this last night. I was the one at school. All my school reports are, Claire should participate more in class discussions, or Claire should try and speak up a bit more. And now it's like Claire's going to be on TV.
Yeah. I didn't have that on my reports. Lionel's too noisy in class.
You didn't go to class. You were sitting in cafes smoking with all the French kids.
Maybe.
Yeah. So,
Another Marlboro. Sorry. Go on.
so the rule with doing the TV show is that the stuff that we do with them, we can't show on our own channel or any social media or something until it's been broadcast in the UK. So that might be for at least a year. But we're only doing 2 rooms with them. We're going to do the guest bedroom, which we call my parents' room, and the dining room. But everything else we'll be able to show. So it's not going to ruin the channel because we will still be busying away. We're just going to be balancing more projects at the same time.
And also the aim is for us to film the work that we're going to do, but obviously we can't show it until their program has aired in the UK. But once it's been aired and broadcast in the UK, then the intention is to do it like a bumper edition and put it all together. So you've got to see like almost in theory, in one episode, you've got to see the whole transition of the room from beginning to end, which could be quite fun.
Nice. And all the details as well.
Hello, Caroline.
I know. Hello. I know on the TV show, you often feel like you've barely seen, they zoom through it. So there'll be lots more detail because I'm sure it's going to take us much longer. It's not just like watching the TV and then they go, they come back 5 minutes later and ta-da!
So what you can do is you can watch Chateau DIY, right, for the clean version, and then you can watch our version with the swearing.
And when we have a row about what colour the room's going to be, and we don't.
Do we have rows?
Not really, no.
No.
We've had quite a serious discussion about the colour in this room, and about whether it was a good idea to do the ceiling or not. And was it a good idea to do the ceiling?
Yes, it was a very good idea to do the ceiling and to do everything in the same colour. It was an excellent idea. I hesitated. I was wrong. Who chose the colour?
You chose the colour.
Louder.
It's a very nice colour.
It's a very nice colour. Yeah, nice thank you. Yeah.
So Ronnie says, how did Dan from Skip to Royal France get around the Brit TV shows? Is he been on them? I don't know if he's been on them. I don't know. Is he on Chateau DIY?
Don't think so.
I don't think he's on that one.
No, I think he just does his own.
I think he does his own.
Was he not involved with Stephanie?
Yes, with Stephanie Jarvis. Yes,
Stephanie Jarvis. He
worked there for a bit.
Yeah, and then went off and did his own thing.
Yeah,
but he was working on a different on Stephanie Jarvis's chateau.
Yeah.
So now he's just he's doing his own. So
I don't know. I don't know if he's doing anything else, but no, I don't think he's on that unless he's on the new series that we don't know about. Maybe. I don't know.
Hello, Chris from Calgary in Canada. Been there, done that. How long have you been married together?
Oh, well, that goes into another question, which is here: are you a couple? Which
no, she's my granddaughter.
Oh, well, we have been married for.
Oh, I don't know how many years we've been. We've been together for 18 years.
Well done. Sorry.
And we got married in 2012.
Yes.
That was good, wasn't it?
Well done. You passed the test. Well done. And when is my birthday? 16th
of April, 1980. Oh God, 2. Is that right?
That is right. Well done.
Oh. I didn't realize they're going to be tested. Oh, thanks, Chris. Thanks. Okay, you can go now.
So Sarah loved donuts. I love the colour. Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Sarah. I love the colour as well. I chose it, Did you know that? I chose the colour.
And Ronnie says ceilings should not be white. That is a modern thing. It was funny when we went to the paint shop to get all of this. The paint shop is excellent. They're really good. Yeah. They mix all this colour for us. And then they were chatting about, oh, what like matte or gloss finish, what do you want? And then she said, oh, for the ceiling, you need this. And we're like, okay, so she's got a different tub. And then when we got home, we opened it up and it was white. And was like, oh, she's forgotten to put the colour in it.
So yeah, and then mixed it because we thought like the colour was at the bottom or something, but no, it was all white.
She's forgotten to put the colour.
And went back with this enormous tub of paint. I went, it's white. Well, it's not coloured. And she went, yeah, but that's for the ceiling. Everybody does the ceiling in white. Can't make assumptions. It's the shrooms you're dealing with here, you know. We do things differently. So there you go. Anyway, so she put some colour in it, and then so it was all fine. Yeah.
Yeah. But we've actually got enough left over. We could do a whole nother room. So I think one of the bedrooms will end up this colour as well.
No, I was thinking we could go back there and say, can you turn this blue into another
Add
colour?
some more colour to it.
Make it green or something. It could be quite cool.
Good idea. Not a bad idea.
So Ronnie says he was followed around on his project by a Brit show.
It probably depends which show it is.
Yeah.
I guess everybody's got different contracts.
Yeah. How far away is Stephanie's chalet? No, it's not a chalet. It's a chateau
from
you guys. She's right in the middle of France.
Right in the middle. I think it's probably 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, it's quite a way away.
She's slap bang in the middle. We'd love to meet her. Never met her. She's met friends of ours who live nearby.
I think we're going to write to her and invite her around. Probably in the summer, invite her around for lunch or dinner or something. And then film them. And then we can go and do the same. They can film us at there.
I'm sure they get lots of offers there, so but we can try. We can.
Quite sociable, despite being quite quiet and private. Oh, God, it's all a contradiction, isn't it?
But I'd love to chat to her and pick her brains, because obviously she's been doing the whole chateau thing for a lot longer than us.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be really interesting. I love that sort of how she got it all going, really.
Yeah, it's extraordinary because she got it all going during lockdown, didn't she?
Yeah.
And just I mean, amazing, because we were all locked up watching TVs and screens. We were watching Chateau DIY. Yeah. Chris Mont says, same as us, together 26 years, married 8. Well, there you go. There you go. You see, do you get accused of being her granddad? I've so had enough of that. I can't tell you, actually. I mean, I try not to read. Yeah, I'm quite thick-skinned. My background has made me quite thick-skinned. And when I started reading some of the comments in the Daily Mail, first of all, I laughed, and then I went, "Oh, I don't like this."
See, it doesn't bother me. Like I'm not hurt by them. I used to have pink hair and get shouted at in the street for having pink hair, so maybe that sort of toughened me up. But it's more, I feel just sad that people feel the need to write really nasty comments. Like, what headspace are they in that they feel the need to just be mean? But yeah. If you haven't got anything nice to say, then don't
bother saying it.
Yeah.
Chris Mont, grandmother.
Stuart and Patrick love to do chateau visits. Do you want to do chateau? Yes, I've watched them. Actually, we need to chat.
Do we know Stuart? Who are they?
We do. There's a couple, and they're doing. I've shown you.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. So hang on. So where was I? See, I'm getting away from my comments again, aren't I? So B&B we've talked about.
Very good. Shall I say anything?
Yeah, you can do that one. That one's in French.
Which one? Oh yeah. Oh no, hang on. What's this? Oh, this is actually a gentleman farmer who lives near to us, and we buy our chickens from him at the Rouillère. And I'll say this in French. So, il me semble qu'il y avait une orangerie autrefois près du château. Existe-t-elle toujours? Fait-elle partie de vos projets de restauration? So basically, he's saying, I seem to remember that your chateau had an orangery, and does the orangery still exist? And is it also part of your restoration projects? Well, it is. I mean, there's actually not a vast amount. No, the roof, I suppose, needs to be looked at. But you were doing the windows, weren't you?
Yeah, so I was doing the windows
because it was too wet and cold.
Yeah.
So
it's actually in good nick, the orangery.
Yeah, very good nick.
Because the previous owners did it. I mean, possibly overdid it for our taste.
Yeah.
It means it's clean and dry and very, very usable. And then one day we can go in and put in maybe a reclaimed floor we could put back in because they put modern tile in there. But it works. It's great. It's a great space, but I think it could be nicer. We
Oh, it could be a
did
lot nicer, yeah.
when we first got
Yeah.
here. We thought we could have it as our office, and we set up in there, and it was absolutely beautiful because it was in the summer. We'd have all the doors and windows open.
We didn't get a lot of work done because the pool's right next door, so it would be really hot, and then it'd be, oh, I've had enough of this, and then we just go and dive in the pool, and then dry off, then go back and work again.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then winter came, unsurprisingly.
Oh,
and
what a
we
disaster that was.
we
Oh,
didn't think it would be that bad. We bought a
oh,
couple of like small space heaters from the DIY shop.
yeah. They were
Unplugged,
so powerful that they blew the electrics in the office.
and they melted some of the cable, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's the end of that.
it was too cold, so we had to move everything back into the chateau.
Yeah.
Anyway, what can you say?
But I'd like to try and do our office here in the chateau soon because
Yeah. So I better reply to Monsieur
Yeah.
Rouillère if he is watching. Oui, en effet, on a une orangerie et puis elle fait partie de nos projets de restauration, mais sur la liste c'est assez bas, voilà. Peut-être le 20e projet, maybe the 20th project, right at the bottom of the list, but it's in pretty good nick anyway. So
Catherine asks, what do you love most about your chateau and chateau life? What do you love most about the chateau?
I find it a very, very beautiful building, and weirdly, I'm a great fan of architecture in all its shapes and forms, and I particularly love our chateau. We've been to loads of other people's chateaus, and some of them are all a bit bitty, and I love the fact that ours has got a tower at each end, and I don't know, it just looks very, very beautiful. When we go and walk off into the woods and look back, you can see bits of it, and it's just the color of the stone and the render is just very, very beautiful.
Very pretty. It's very elegant.
Yeah,
chateau.
it is very, and inside, the proportions of the rooms are such that you can do them up, you can decorate them, and you can furnish them, and still have, as you might be able to see here, you can still have room to sort of like circulate around, quite a lot of furniture,
But
without getting into trouble.
Yeah. But it's a very livable size chateau, which I know sounds like the most ridiculous thing
It
to
is
say.
ridiculous thing to say,
But it is very livable because the ceilings are high, but they're 3 meters high. They're not 5 meters high or 6, 7, 8 meters.
Yeah, we've got friends who've got like really high ceilings, and if they had heat, they don't have heating at all. And if they had heating in there, it would actually be impossible to heat. Because all the heat would be residing somewhere up there in a cloud. So it'd just be awful.
So we've sort of got the best of both here. We've got the real sort of like chateau look and feel, but actually on a very livable scale, so that we can get the rooms warm and the heating's working.
Yeah, and Chateau Life is living in a place that has a lot of space, that has an enormous amount of potential. Not crazy about the winter, but I'm not crazy about the winter anywhere. But other than that, it's living in a building that has so much potential to be beautiful. We have to answer Dennis's.
So Dennis is asking: is the well outside able to be used in spring or summer for irrigation, or is it too expensive or not otherwise viable?
No, it is, yeah, but it is actually used, but we couldn't use it this summer past because the pump that draws the water out from the well, it's an electric pump, packed up. So every time we turn it on, the water would get like boiling, scalding hot. So we had to stop. So we've stopped doing that, but we're going to have to get a new pump for it. And then yes, we will be able to
use that again. Be good.
It should be good. What was the cost to buy your chateau? It's £4.50.
It was, as we say, less than the price of a flat in London, which is crazy. A flat in a nice part of London, less than that,
So yeah, so you make you pay some money, you make your choice, don't you?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess you could say it was quite comparatively quite expensive. So it was 900 over 900,000 euros. Um, but when we were looking for the chateau, it was really, and we saw loads. I didn't see loads. We saw a good number, and it was all during lockdown. And you very quickly come to realize that if you don't, you can buy cheap ones, you can buy really cheap ones, but they all need the roofs doing, they all need the render doing. And to do the roof on this place would probably cost about a quarter of a million euros. And to do the render would certainly cost 150,000 euros. So, you just sort of go, well, okay, our criteria is the roof had to be in good nick and the render had to be in good
And we
nick.
wanted to be able to live in it, not camp in it,
Yeah,
and it be 10
absolutely.
years
Yeah,
we can live comfortably, because we've done that before in previous
yeah.
houses. So this time,
I know you just want to see us do DIY and get dirty and hurt ourselves. But I am the reluctant DIYer. I can't stand it. That's not true. I do kind of like it.
so
I prefer editing.
question for you, I think. Do you still take photos for newspaper or magazines as you did when you followed the royals?
No, I don't. No, I stopped many years ago. I stopped photographing the royals. The year after Diana died, I went to did a royal tour with well, the then now King Prince Charles and Prince Harry in South Africa, and I got back from that trip and I thought, you know what, I'm bored. I don't want to do this anymore. And I've been doing it for close on 20 years and been around the world about 3 times with them. And you know, oh, you poor the trouble is, I can see you on the screen going, oh, la, la, and it was great fun and it was fantastic. And no, I don't do any. I might, I mean, my pictures are still sold through an agency in Paris, and if they would phone up and go, there's something happening down the road, Lana, can you go and do some pictures of it? Of course, yeah, I pick a camera up and I go and do it. But I think yeah, I mean, we sort of excelled with our family portrait studio in London, which was really high end. Did some absolutely beautiful pictures of children that really showed their soul.
That's really
And
lovely.
there was nobody doing the sort of pictures that we were doing. And people really loved it. It was such a shame that it was closed because of
Because
COVID,
of COVID,
basically.
it's just impossible. But
So
that's why
yeah,
we ended up here.
that's
So
why we ended up here. Exactly. Will you sell any Diana's photos you have? Yes. If you want to put an offer in, you can have all of them.
I'll take a fiver. I'll be fine.
No, no, no.
Yeah, I mean, we could do,
Yeah,
we thought about doing prints, like signed prints and stuff like that.
yeah,
Why not? Why
yeah.
not? Wendy asks, why did you prefer a chateau rather than a big maison de maître? That was me. That's me. Sorry, I needed the towers. I needed the proper fairy tale.
I would have had a maison de maître. I would have had a manoir or something like that. I didn't really bother me. I just like a big-ish place. Probably not as big as this place I would have gone for, but
Yeah, that was me pushing for the
yeah,
proper chateau dream that looks like the real thing, and it does. And it does. And there are days when I regret that, but it is beautiful.
yeah,
It is really
yeah.
special, and I love the towers, and I love the history of the place as well. I just think it is.
Yeah, and the longer we live here, the more history we discover about it. It's quite extraordinary.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Um,
So part of the reason why we did the newspaper article, the French one, was to try and get people to get in touch with us. So people who lived and worked here, not like the Baron and his family that owned the place, but the people who worked for them. And we've had a couple of people get in touch with stories about their life working here, which is really interesting. So we're hoping that we can follow up with them, film them, and do a really interesting episode, I think, of the life here.
well, we've heard from the lady, which I love this story, and I got into terrible trouble about it. But anyway, I'm going to tell you anyway. So, pardon me, a couple of years ago, I was mowing the lawn, and a lady was on the path out on the other side of the hedge, and she was waving at me like crazy. And so I stopped the lawnmower and went and had a chat with her, and she told me that she Long story short, she used to work here when she was a child. She was 16. She used to work here as, I guess, a maid. And one day, and so part of her job was to serve the Baron, whose bedroom was actually our bedroom now, his breakfast in his bedroom. And on one particular day, she'd forgotten her pinny, apron, and he gave her the most enormous, don't know how to say it, bollocking in English, telling off, and it seemed to obviously affected her. She was only 16, for goodness sake, and so she was telling me about this, and we were talking about that in the French newspaper, and we got into trouble. We're not going to talk about that. Baron's family wrote and were but we're not going to talk about that at all.
But anyway, but it means someone else has been in touch as well. So,
well, she's been in touch.
She's been in touch.
Yeah.
And somebody else whose grandparents both worked here has been in touch. Oh, Mimi's making an entrance. Yeah. So that'd be really interesting if we can follow up with them. That would be really.
Yeah, I mean, I want to film that lady.
Yeah. Her walking around here, remembering where she worked and being able to tell us what the rooms looked like and how they were used and everything would be absolutely fascinating, I think.
Yeah. It's just Dennis. I bet lots of ladies have waved at Lionel over time. Yes, but obviously from a great distance. And this is the one that won me over. She did lots of waving. No? Did she not? I thought that's weird. Somebody called LP9877. Love the tour. What will you be working on next?
Well, next. So, as I've said, we're doing the guest room and the dining room, but we can't show you that. So we're going to carry on with the sewing room, which leads me to
the colour. The grand reveal. So I'm not allowed. I have no say in this whatsoever.
So what sort
of? No, not pink.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no.
It's this one. It's called Mischief.
Oh, well, that goes down well, doesn't it? Yeah. Which one?
Mischief. This one here. I think that's real. So the corner one.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I think that's going to look very nice.
Very nice. Sort of colour that would sort of like instill psychopathy in you, wouldn't it? It'd make you go mad.
I used to have hair that.
Where is yeah. Where is Claire? Oh, she's sitting in the corner of the room, rocking backwards and forwards with her sewing machine in her arms.
Being very creative. Thank you very much. I will.
Yeah.
You'll be happy when there's cushions and curtains.
I'll be very happy. Yeah, I can't think anything more wonderful than have cushions and curtains. See that violence there? I got hit there. Yeah. Wendy says my dream chateau would have towers.
Yeah, it's not a chateau without towers.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You can't call a building a chateau without towers. And Renee Michel says bonjour from California. Bonjour California. Bonjour Renee. That's a French name, isn't it? Although I suppose it could be American. But anyway. And then Lenny Janoff, Ed Reinhardt painted with colours like those.
Your knit.
On your knit.
I don't know who that is. I'm adding that to my list of Googling.
Oi, what's going on with the noise?
Sorry. Doggies are wondering why we're up so late. We're keeping them up.
Yeah.
It's our bedtimes, all our bedtimes.
Hello, and you're up late. Yes. Yes. Hello, I know you. Hello, Shema. How are you? Yes, we are up late. Yes, I know. What time is it? Oh, good grief.
Oh, my goodness.
You do realise that normally we'd be tucked. Mimi, go. We'd be tucked up in bed by like 10 o'clock. Fast asleep. See, look. Eh? The animals going bananas. Not bad, Claire. Lionel is just glad he won't be spending as much time there as you will. Says Dennis about the colour.
You're gonna need.
No, I don't want to spend any money on on getting a shrink. Barbie, yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not Barbie
I'm a
thing.
Barbie doll.
It's posher than a Barbie
It is
thing.
no, it is posher.
It's
I'll
like
give you that. Yeah.
grown-up Barbie. It's going to look really nice, and then I'm going to have all my plants in there, and they will look really nice against the pink. It's going to be
Trying
lovely.
desperately to be really positive. It's my beloved's room.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And she's the one who will be spending time in there. But apparently, I will have a little corner somewhere where I can wear my slippers and smoke a pipe.
Yes, and not make any comments.
And not playing any. I love the recent Catherine Revy. Is it Revy or Rev? Yeah, it is Revy. Yeah. Love the recent episode with the measuring and placement of the art. Now we're very good at this because for goodness sake, Dom.
I'll go and put them in. Come on, Mimi, do you want a carrot?
Yeah, we're very good at this because when we were running our studio, obviously we used to do all our own framing, which was very beautiful framing, and we used to float prints inside, and we used to hang them, and we used to change the hangings a lot in the studio to display our wares, I suppose, and what people could buy from us. And we also used to hang a lot at various exhibitions and shows that we used to go to. So initially, we hired the most wonderful man whose job it was to hang art, and he was a wonderful. Oh look, he's Arthur, wonderful little chap, and he was little, and he was very unassuming, and yet every single thing he did hanging our pictures was very very precise, and we both, but mainly Claire, learnt so much from him and how to go about doing it in exactly the right way, and also we developed very much there's a real sense about hanging art. You can hang a picture on a wall, and I describe it as the space around the picture has to have room to breathe. If you put too much around, if it takes the power away from a picture if you put too much around it. So there are other ways of hanging things. There's the salon hanging.
Which is when you put loads of stuff
Yeah,
all up like that.
which that is. So it is fantastic, and you can do it with lots of like small paintings and small images, and that works really, really well. But in here, we really wanted to give every bit of art that we've got, like the space around it, and it comes from here. We stand here, and we hold it, we move it left, right, up, down, and all the rest of it, and then make our decision as to whether it is right to live in that space.
And
So
the
yeah.
wall probably isn't the final thing, and we need something to go on this wall behind you. Is empty at the moment, and yeah, there's stuff can change, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's lovely for now to have
yeah.
stuff up. It feels like it's been so long since we
Oh, it's
put
really
pictures
nice.
up on the wall.
Oh, look, the sort of LABN Lab Necroft, that can't be. Hello from Indiana, USA.
Hello.
How many acres do you have surrounding the chateau?
So our land is
2.5 hectares. I don't know what that is
it's
in
about
acres.
6 acres. Which is not very much for a chateau, which is what we wanted because we previously we lived in the countryside in the UK, and we had a big garden. We had quite a lot of land there, and it's a lot of work and expense to look after it all. So luckily, thankfully, the previous owners, kept the woods, which is just out the front there, that way. Acres and acres and acres of wood. So we've got the advantage of being surrounded by lots of land and having a piece of quiet, but we don't have to look after it.
And yeah, and we've said this many times, but I mean, our local village, which is, I don't know, 5 kilometers away, I mean, there are people who don't even know that this chateau exists, which is extraordinary. So quickly, D. Shaham hasn't seen the colour. It's that one, and it's called Mischief. Would you believe?
It's going to be, trust the process. Trust the process. It's going to be gorgeous.
Bluebird123, do you use those wire mesh spark arresters in front of your fireplace?
Fire guards. Yes, we do. If we weren't in here, then we would have the fire guards.
Yeah, we would. Yeah, every time we walk out the room, we always put it in there.
Yeah.
But, you know, because we're here,
Yeah.
and you know, quite good at blowing things out.
We can keep an eye on it. Yeah.
So Manor and Marco Chateau do workshops. Would you do a photography workshop one day? Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? It depends on what. It has to be people, because I only photograph people. I'm rubbish at doing like landscapes. I mean, I can do landscapes. I don't really like that. I find it boring. Okay, you do the landscape, and I'll do people. Yeah, teach you how to do pictures of people.
There we go. That's going on the list as well. Photography workshops. This is good. This is like a big brainstorming session. Anybody else? Anybody at the back got any ideas?
The back said teacher Claire. That's a lot of grass to mow and trees to trim and brushes to clip. Yes, it is absolutely right.
Yeah,
yes,
that's why we didn't want to do it. I mean, there were places that we saw that had like 400 acres, but just can you imagine having to maintain all of that? It's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's not much fun. So we did actually. We have had a guy come and do the mowing because I had enough. You know, we've got a tiny little John Deere mower, and it would take me 3 days to mow the lawn, something like that. And I was bored. I managed to catch up on all my music though, which was quite nice. Podcast. What is it? Somebody says they can't wait to see the rest of your art. Now, yeah, I mean, it's difficult because I mean, a lot of our art is poster based, and it doesn't really work here.
Well, in some of the rooms, but
some
not
of the rooms,
everywhere.
yeah. I mean, like where we want to do our breakfast room, which is our current IKEA kitchen, and that's going to be much cooler. And it's going to have like like 60s posters and stuff like that in it, because we got those orange 60s lights that are going to go above the table.
So good.
So it's going to have a very different feel, whereas like the dining room is going to be much more of a formal. It's going to be a really dramatic dining room. But for everyday dining, it'll be in the breakfast room.
Yeah.
Which won't be a breakfast room; it'll be just like an eating room. It's getting late. And then what else we got? Oh, so Ronnie says our family gallery is up the stairs and looks a mess. But I put the kids and grandkids within their own group, but it only makes sense to it. Yeah, well, no, you're absolutely right. And I always said like more than the fact I don't have any pictures of my family or anywhere up anywhere.
No, we've just got a couple on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So we need to do a family photo wall.
Yeah.
The typical thing, isn't it, with photographers, and we don't have family photos.
Yeah, it was Coles to Newcastle, wasn't it? It was sort of,
Sorry, Mum and David, we haven't done our wedding album still.
Somebody called Neb255 says, "Are you a couple?"
Yeah. No, never met before this.
No. Piara Musin.
Done that one.
Sorry. Yes, sorry. I do apologize. And the traveling Johnberries, they're wonderful. We love them, and they come and they go. So there you go. They say, with your future plans for renovations, do you have any restrictions on what you can do? Is France like Italy, where the mayor is the key government representative for the area and has a lot to say regarding what you can and can't do? No. Part of the reason for going for this place was because it is not protected. They do have some, but they've got something like 4,000 chateaus. Is it in the Vendée? I think. Anyway, they've got loads, and they only pick certain chateaus that they are going to actually protect, and ours is not. Which means we could go mad. We could put TVs on the ceiling and paint it all gold, which we're not going to, clearly.
They do have some rules, like in the villages, about what colours you're allowed.
Only some villages.
Yeah, about what colour you can paint your shutters and stuff like that. But I think we're fine here because we're out of the village. So no, not really, no restrictions. So I mean, not that we're going to do anything mad or stupid anyway, but it just means we don't have to worry about that. We've got friends with a big chateau in town, and theirs is sort of like a monument, like a listed historical one. And they wanted to put double glazing in because they live there with their family, with the young children, and all the like historical societies were trying to stop them putting in double glazing, and they're like, but we've got to be able to live here. And they were
Yeah.
going to put in, the good double glazing that looks like original
Looks the
windows.
part. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And so he
Yeah.
had to fight with them to be able to put double glazing in and not freeze to death.
Yeah.
So what have
So
we got?
there you go.
Catherine says, what about a dog show? Maybe get the local vet to judge the winner. We've got a friend who is a professional
We do.
dog judge of dog shows.
Yeah, she's German. She's very, very proper.
Yeah.
She's brilliant.
She's
She's
brilliant.
fantastic. She would be great. I bet she'd love it as
Yeah.
well. We did actually talk about a project which involved cooking dinner for dogs, which I
We're still working on that one. We're going to go to Netflix with that idea.
Yes, we are. So we're going to pitch that one to Netflix because it's just so funny as the idea develops. It just I can't stop laughing.
I'd love to do that. Or
Yeah.
just, do a few more features on the animals, I think.
Yeah. I want to do a series on the dogs where we actually voice them, which I think could be very interesting. I voice Margot anyway, so just in every day. I know. Yeah. I keep talking about Claire going mad in her pink room, but I'm out.
You're going
I
mad
am
everywhere.
mad. So there you go. It's hit me already.
Dennis asking about the apples. Are they eaten up by now or stored? Yeah, no, we did actually eat our way through most of them.
Yeah.
We didn't do very well at storing them because we just didn't have time to do it all properly. But this year we will do better, and we will have enough to go to the juicing place and get them done.
We're definitely going to get there. Yeah, absolutely. Give Manor and Maker a call. Yeah, we will actually. That's a very good idea. Extremely good idea. We'll do that. Yeah. And I love your chateau. I keep asking my husband to move to France, not having any part of it is so far.
Try harder. Try
Yeah.
harder. We can recommend some good places for
I
sale.
can recommend some very good places. Yeah, we have a little connection with the local, well, quite a big estate agent who specialises in chateaus. So I'm sure we can find you one if you like. What? Oh God, I don't think your husband's going to like us at all. But anyway, that is keep stum.
You say the rules in California are ridiculous. Yeah, because there's like homeowner associations and things like that, don't you? Where there's people in charge of making the rules about everything you can do at the front of your house.
Oh yes, I do remember that.
This
Yeah,
is such
absolutely.
a weird concept for us. We don't have this.
No, we
It's
don't.
such a strange thing to get your head around. The fact that other people can.
We did get into trouble in we had a Georgian villa in South London, and we did get into trouble once because we had a fantastic front wall, and we had to have it rebuilt, and then we moved it slightly over about 50 centimeters over so that we could park the car.
Because there's nowhere to park in busy part of London.
Yeah, and then somebody came around and went, "Oh, we're not allowed to do that," and then we got into trouble with planning, so we had to rebuild it. We had to put it all back again. It was an absolute nightmare. And we were doing it, in the right style and everything. We weren't ruining it. So what else we can say? We'd love to see the dogs get a voice. All right. I promise,
Yeah,
Catherine. I promise I'll do it.
We'll do the specials.
Is that right? Is she still here with you?
No, she's gone though. They're having a carrot break in the kitchen.
Like we have a gin and tonic break, they have a carrot break on a regular basis. So
they were getting annoyed because I realised Arthur was under the chair. That's why they were getting annoyed.
Okay, fair enough.
Because Margot wanted to play with Arthur.
So one does understand. Actually,
yes.
It's actually, yeah.
So what else? What else is on the list?
It's a pleasure, Catherine.
We were talking about what we're going to do next. So sewing room, and then we went off topic.
Yeah.
Kitchen. We'd love to do the proper kitchen.
Oh man, desperate to do the kitchen.
Yeah. Really desperate to do that, but unfortunately, that's obviously like the most expensive room because
you have to buy all the toys. Yeah, but I think we're going to end up doing it, and then just getting the low rent toys. We'll get the cheaper toys, the cheaper ovens and stuff like that, and then replace them as if we ever make any money ever again.
Yeah.
So
upgrade in the future. And for me, it's garden. I want to get on with the vegetable bed. I'm going to take it very, very seriously this year.
Have you not been taking it seriously so far?
I do take it very seriously. And Mum very kindly bought me lots of tomato seeds for Christmas to, I think, just so she doesn't get accused of international tomato theft and smuggling again.
she, she got really wound up by her friends, didn't she, about that? And so you got her into such trouble
I did.
telling on your mum there. So, you
Never
know.
show her face at the yoga club.
Yeah, because I mean, Claire's parents go to the Isles of Scilly every year in September, and the Isles of Scilly is quite strict because I think it's privately owned, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Tresco is anyway, and so you have to be very careful, because I mean, because it's privately owned, you could get oinked out at a moment's notice. So going around nicking tomatoes is not on.
Mum sent me a photo the other day of, she was clearing out her phone and she found a photo of the tomato in
The squash tomato, was it squash?
No.
You see, rubbish. Right, really good at interrogation. I am. See, like that hesitation just gave it all away. It was like, it was just enough to, you know. So anyway, sorry, John.
So yeah, so that's what we're hopefully going to work on next. I mean, basically, we want to do everything next. It just depends on
Yeah,
budget,
yeah.
time. Everything always takes, much longer than you think to do. I mean, this. I remember when we had Rob, the plasterer, come around to quote for doing the plaster, and I think he came in like June or July, and I did the like, oh, we'd like it done by Christmas, like, ha ha ha, isn't that funny? Because Christmas is 6 months away, and then literally we finished it like the
Just
week
before.
before. And that was us with painting, not him. He was great. He got his bit done.
Hang on, hang on. Look, hang on. They're all having their own conversation here. I mean, what should we just go to bed?
Yeah, we'll leave them to it. Okay.
So hang on. HOA is what?
It's a homeowners association.
Ah, okay. Sorry. Okay. God, no, it is very restrictive then. That's extraordinary, isn't it?
Rob Stevens, is the chateau real expensive to insure? I don't know. You did insurance.
I did insurance. It's about €3,500 a year. So compared to, I suppose with the size of it, it's not great. I mean, I have to say we never tried to put. Oh, we tried to put one claim in because when the fireplace behind us, there are some internal bricks that collapsed, and it was after last Christmas, and then we used it a lot. And we tried to claim on that, and they went, "Oh no, that's not covered." And we go, "Well, what is?"
What is it actually
Yeah,
for?
well, we'll take your money, but we're not going to give you any back. Typical insurance company. So is it expensive to insure? Yeah, it's what about insurance, fire insurance? Yeah, I mean, it's a general. It's sort of like it's an all-over insurance. They insurance tends to be, but certainly, like for example, motor insurance here is a lot cheaper
That's very cheap.
than in the UK. It's an awful lot cheaper. They seem to have a sort of different way of thinking about insurance. It's less about profit. It's more about just having a pot and sharing it out, which was like the original idea of insurance until they realised they could make lots of money out of it.
Ronnie says, looking forward to seeing plans for the garden.
Yeah, so am I.
So am I. No, I need to draw up some plans actually, to sort of like get them out my head and onto paper. I think because it's all up here at the moment. But
so Frankie's finds. I live in a historic town, kind of. Seneca Falls, birthplace of women's right to vote. Oh wow! So the historic sections have great restrictions due to the tourist traffic. Of course, are we going to have to look that up and see what that is? That's really interesting.
Adding you to the list of things to Google.
It's very interesting.
Okay.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Dennis asking, do we have fire alarms, smoke alarms? Yeah.
Yeah, we got all of that, and then every so often it decides it's going to do a test, and you'll be right in the middle of either recording a voiceover or something, and then this delightful American voice goes, "This is a test," and then suddenly go, and you have to start all over again. But there you go. You can jump onto your phone onto the app and then stop it, but by the time you've done that, it's done the test. So
we had one evening once. We had friends around for dinner, and we just got the system in, and the fireplace in the dining room was being really smoky, and it kept setting off the alarm, and it just going off constantly, like every 2 minutes. Anyway,
Oh
it's
no.
all works now.
Oh look, Rick, can you not hear us? Anyone else having sound issues, or is it just moi? There were some at the beginning, but it
Okay, maybe
appears
we're moving away from the
we
microphone
are.
too
Okay,
much.
so maybe maybe that's better like that.
And Rick, I'm sorry we're not in our slippers and our pajamas.
No, I
do
apologize. You did. I did tell Rick that we don't. I don't wear pajamas, but maybe that's oversharing.
That's for the other channel.
Oh God, yeah. The what was it OnlyFans channel?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. We better not talk about that,
Nobody wants to think about
anyway.
that. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
Oh, sorry. Keep scrolling. Yeah. Rena, I'm glad. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry that you were close to one last September. Who are you talking to?
They're talking between themselves.
Oh, I see. I do apologize. Carry on. Carry on. I do
Stop
apologize.
interrupting.
I do apologize. Oh, yeah, they are talking. Okay. I had to turn up the volume on the TV to hear them well, but I usually have to do that with this channel. Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that is interesting. I was on our videos. Well, I follow sort of like certain rules when it comes to sound, and there are certain limits that you can't break before the sound starts breaking up and sounding awful. So I'm sorry that. So I don't know. Have your ears checked. I went to have my look. Hang on, right? I'm joking. Okay, right. I went to have my new glasses a few months ago, right? And then she would go, okay, right. Well, we've done that, and we've decided which ones you want. And she looked at me, and Claire was next to me, and she looked at me, and she went, "Have you had your hearing checked?" And I went, "No. Why? Do I need to?" And then Claire's going, "Yes, he does. Yes, he does." I'm going, "No, I don't need my hearing checked. Thank you very much." And she goes, "Are you sure?" I went, "No, no, I'm fine, thanks." Claire's going, "Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Book him in. Book him in."
Yeah, I still haven't done that. Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry about that. I'll have a look again at my
It's on the list.
sound, but
It's on the list.
I'll
check it.
but get your hearing checked.
Honestly, you.
Oh, I love you, really. Stop it.
You're in charge of them. I'm taking the mouse away.
All right,
so
go
we
on
can
then.
scroll and look at people's comments.
Uh,
Catherine asks, has any detectorists asked for permission to metal detect on your land?
no, love to do that.
Detector, and then we moved house too many times.
Yeah, I'd love to do. Not a metal detector. I'd love to get the that other thing,
the radar,
the ground
where they
radar,
can
so you can
see
actually see where.
buildings.
Because we know that on the plans that there's certainly at the front there were two buildings that have disappeared, and in that wonderful picture of the guy and the bike and everything, and you saw that building down there, which has completely disappeared, which is really interesting. Oh no, it's faint.
Oh dear. Okay, yeah. Well,
Trying. I've turned my microphone all the way up. I've turned that all the way up.
Janoff says, with the agricultural situation being the way it is, can you import seeds?
I think we can. Can we not?
No, there's rules on seeds and stuff. We can get them within Europe, but no, I don't think you can. I don't think you can import them from like various seed catalogs and stuff like that. I think they only supposed to be within Europe because of all the plant rules.
So you can within Europe.
Europe, but if you're suggesting a sort of American or somewhere else,
no, unlikely. Because I mean now, with Brexit, we wouldn't be able to do anything from the UK either. Rick Flood says, "So you want me to?" So that would require there be something between my ears. No, being blonde, we're not really sure. You do make me laugh, I have to say. It's very, very funny.
Get a skeleton detector. Yeah, I think we probably would find things. We've heard stories.
We've heard lots of stories. Yeah,
but on their properties, so it's sort of
we've heard lots of yeah, we've got a friend who's got a chateau, and he's got and in his downstairs, he actually has about 3 levels down that go down into a cave. I mean, it's really, really deep, and there are tunnels all over the place here. But he also has, in essence, he has like a German beer cellar left over from the war, because the German army had taken over a lot of these chateaux, and you can still see the German writing on the wall, painted in that sort of very Germanic font is quite extraordinary. Have you found any really interesting artifacts? Well, those I think those photographs really is
So
the
yeah,
best so far, isn't it?
photographs have been the best. I love all the old books, even though they're in such a sad state.
Yeah,
Which is why I was making the bookmarks out of those. We've got the top hat that was upstairs.
yeah, the
Um,
hat's great.
I think
Yeah,
that's it so far. But there's always bits and pieces of like turning up outside, just like old coins and things like that.
yeah, you do keep finding little bits and bobs, and I bought one of those little. I keep forgetting the name. The little camera
Camera on a wire.
on a wire. Endoscope,
Yeah.
that's the word. So I bought one of those, and I'm going to go and find our cellar, which I believe we have. I'm going to stick it under a floorboard and see, and then put that footage in one of our
I think
one
that
of
would
our
be great.
episodes,
I think that would be really great.
because I'm utterly convinced that there are gold bars down there, and there's some like very early Saint Emilion.
That would pay for the kitchen, wouldn't it?
Amongst other things, yes.
Yeah, if you don't see us for a while and we're on a beach somewhere,
Yeah,
you know that we found the gold.
yeah. Well, where happened to Lionel and Claire? I don't know.
Don't know.
No, somewhere warm.
Last seen in the Maldives.
Catherine Revy says, I adored your Halloween episode with the stories. It was fabulous. Oh, thank you so much. It wasn't, overly popular, I have to say, but
But
well, there's quite a lot of work went into it.
we had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
I think the problem is we put it up the day after Halloween. I think.
Yeah, we should have. I know, we were a bit late. I hope you appreciate the fact that I managed to find the correct font for the word Halloween and copied like the Halloween of the movie. Probably yeah. Anyway, but there you go. I really liked that. I enjoyed that. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we haven't seen any ghosts.
Our electrician, English friend, really electrician, did have an experience when he stayed here, and it was in the middle of the night. He had a conversation with a woman who was very angry with him because he was making holes in the ceiling and running wires everywhere,
pulling up
floorboards, and she was saying, "You're ruining the chateau. You're ruining the chateau." And then he said, "No, no, I'm not. I'm making it better. I'm sort of modernizing it. I'm making the electrics right." And then she seemed to be sort of quite happy about that, and then left him alone. But what was very weird was that the other electrician, who was in another room next to theirs, had the same thing.
Yes, which is a bit weird.
Which is pretty weird. And then they installed the Wi-Fi, and they said, "Don't worry, you won't see any ghosts now because the ghosts don't like Wi-Fi."
So there you go.
This is coming from electricians, right? Who they know about this stuff, right? So So Ronnie says, if you have air vents around the bottom walls, you could look. Yes, we do, and that will be one of the things we'll do. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we could. I think we could lose a couple of days just poking around with the camera.
Oh, we could. It'd just be so much fun, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I still want to find
absolutely.
the lost chimneys that we talked about in the last episode. The lost
Yeah.
because if we could find those. I don't know.
Dennis says that he could see me on Broadway in Les Mis or Phantom of the Opera. I hated Phantom of the Opera. I have to tell you that I sort of before we started this tonight, I have no idea where it came from, but I loved the film, The Producers, and just before we came on, I put on the springtime song, "Springtime for Hitler,"
wake us up,
just to wake us up because we were falling asleep. And so I was prancing around this room singing "Springtime for Hitler."
He missed his calling in life. He should have been on the stage. It's never too late. It's never too late.
No, I think it's too late.
You could go and join the local French Amateur Dramatic Society.
Oh God, that would be funny, wouldn't it? I'd end up playing, the only like Brit character.
Yeah, you'd be the baddie all the time.
I mean, yes, how die, die a horrible death, you nasty little French person, you. That'd be very good. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dennis. I could definitely do it. And Claire could be the damsel in distress.
Yeah, I can do that.
Help me. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll do that.
Tools so I can get stuff done.
What else we got? Looking to oh, I've got some quite fun. I'm just going to do a few comments, and then we're probably going to have to wind up because we're getting a bit,
Very late for
So
us.
you've seen the like bags under my eyes. Look, and it was Vintage Moss commented, "Hang in there, guys." Well, we are,
We are.
but by the skin of our teeth, like, but when you're on the side of, and you're going like that, and you go, we're hanging on. We are. And I thought this is a really delightful comment, actually. Patrick Johnson. And he says, I love listening to you guys and think it would be cool to listen. He's referring to the podcast idea, I think. But have footage of the chateau or the grounds or the surrounding area with your lovely storytelling over it. So, we could do all of that. I think it would be great fun to do stuff like that.
Rick says there's always Chateau Ballet. So, I mean, we could do an entire performance, couldn't we?
Obsessed, aren't you? It was just completely obsessed with our dancing. Yeah, we are going to do some more dancing. We haven't done any dancing for ages, so we will.
We will.
And Claire is a fantastic dancer. I've asked her to teach me how to dance, so I don't dance like a a dad dance. I can't stand that. So, Jeannie Allison says I'm in Canada. Oh, because there was this misunderstanding about mountain time. Says I'm in Canada, mountain time. So there's at least one person in the mountains. Well, I bet you're surrounded by snow at the moment, aren't you? Yeah, Ronnie got your message. So you did make it. Well done. Absolutely. And then there's Caroline Tayano, I think it is, and says, thanks for the fun interlude. Hoping the press coverage is bringing many pennies. It doesn't really, but it just, it puts you in front of more people. It doesn't really mean, you're going to make some money out of it, but I mean, it puts you in the right spot, really.
It's all about being seen, opportunities. You never know what might come along, getting out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like the TV thing that we're talking about, that they don't pay.
No, they don't pay. It's not like in America. In America, they pay proper money.
No, they don't pay a penny.
No, they don't pay anything at all. It's absolutely out. Anyway, I'm not going to have a go at them because I want to be on their TV program. So, and I thought this was very funny because I made a joke about who's that? What's happening?
I'm just off to bed.
Oh, good night.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. And so I made a joke about Canada being soon to become, that was it, the 51st or 53rd state of America, and a lot of Canadians took it seriously. Honestly, I'm afraid it's my sense of humor, and I apologize. I do not ever believe that Canada will become part of the US, despite what Mr. Trump would like. But I thought it was quite funny to wind you up anyway. And so this person here, Lydia Fischner, says the joke about Canada was great.
Made your day.
It made my day. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then Rick, who's been on here, said, "Yeah, we do pajamas, silly slippers, junk food." You both, yeah, shouldn't we?
Proper sleepover.
Yeah, you both are doing so very well at pleasing. Hello, the entire planet. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. So, what's
we're probably at the point where we need to call it a night because I am very tired. I could get rather rambly.
I don't know why. It's only 1:30 in the morning. What's the matter with you? That's the sort of time that we normally think about going out to nightclubs around here.
I've got taxis arrived. That's why we're stopping. Taxis.
Yeah. We're going to the local club, and because there are lots of local clubs around here.
Oh yeah, thriving.
They're wild, man. I'll tell you, you've never seen anything like it in your life. It's extraordinary. Oh, thank you, Dennis. You're very, very generous. Thank you so much.
So I wanted to ask if there's sort of anything you want more of from us. Please tell us what you want to see. Like send us emails or comments or messages or whatever, and we're all open ears. So I can't speak anymore at that point of time.
Lenny Janoff, Pixar. Pixar. Is there any large industry in Bordeaux? I think there is. Not that I really know. I mean, the biggest one is wine, I guess. Although they've had an awful year, terrible year. Lots of them are going out of business, and the price of wine is going to go through the roof. I imagine. Elle says, "Have a nice sleep." Dennis says, "Dors bien, merci." It's only 4:30 p.m. in California. Still sunny. Thanks for sharing time. But it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure, Renee. And I do apologise, but
Yeah.
you know, and coffee and croissant. No, 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 no. Come on. Yeah, tomorrow morning maybe.
So you're in France as well. You're up late too.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness! Go to bed.
it's
Good grief. That is dedication, isn't it?
good.
No,
Well, I think
God. Yeah.
another Renee.
Oh, another Renee. Really enjoy all my chateau friends, but no one loves food like you do. Cheese.
Little cheesy snack before bed. We could.
We couldn't
Go
spell.
bad.
Yeah. I tell you, we found some amazing cheese here,
Mm,
really. But we found, I mean, like going to see that cheese guy was great fun.
yeah.
Uh, but weirdly, I mean, I thought it was going to be sort of like serving up more local cheese.
No, it's from all over, isn't it?
But yeah, it was from everywhere. And in fact, the Lono is not really very well known for cheese at all. Um, so yeah, so we have our favorite cheeses, and we do indulge on a regular basis. But I think we're going to have to say goodnight, boys and girls.
Love you and leave you.
But thank you so much for joining us. It's been absolutely delightful and great fun as usual.
And you were worth staying up for.
You were definitely worth staying up for. And I think we're gonna try and do one a month. And no.
Yeah, no, we can.
You see, I didn't see the reaction then. So I'm gonna
We
do it
just
again.
need to.
We're gonna try and do one a month.
Yay! As long as we are sensible and we don't have a dinner party the night before, then we can do this.
Yeah. And Dennis, he's new. Good night. You two always brighten my day. How fabulous. I'm very pleased to hear it. Bree, many thanks. Well, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. And we'll see you next time.
Time.
And night.
Night, night. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Yeah, God bless.
Take care.
Have a good evening. All right. Bye.